After comes after.
No, after comes now, because after came October 7th.
Wait.
So let me ask you the question.
October 6th. Let's not October 6th.
No, hold on a second. October
5th.
I know it's the game.
It's not a game.
No, listen.
It's not a game. It's the reality on the ground.
Okay, reality on the ground.
So the moment somebody brings October 6th and 7th,
that's the question, though.
I will. But what I'm saying is, the moment you bring, it started on October 7th, that's a smoke screen.
I agree.
Good. So forget October 7th.
No,
what we're saying is now.
I can't forget October 7th.
One moment, brother. One moment.
I want to ask you a question. He's not letting
when there are, I'm going to allow you, but let me set the scene. Now they're killing innocent people and children. So what is the first thing that we demand, we expect from them?
To stop.
Exactly. So this is what you should be telling people, whole world. Let them stop.
No, but I'm telling you that. I told you that.
You said, I don't know what to do, what to say. It's on camera, my friend. That's what you said. I don't know. Did you not say that? Am I making this up?
Oh my God, he's not like one question. Can I ask you one question?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. What the day after?
Okay.
The day after they stop?
Yeah. Let's say Israel stops now, right now, not tomorrow. Now, right now.
What will happen? People will go, let them. They need to let the aid go in. They need to let the money go in so we can build our cities again.
Do you agree?
So we can build Gaza again.
To rebuild.
Yes, I agree.
So people can go back to their homes
100%.
again.
I agree
Not only
100%.
stopping.
I agree 100%.
Okay, let's do that, and then the next day you can talk about it. Let's start with this, and then we talk about next.
But you don't live there. You don't.
He lives there, he can tell you.
Can I finish the line?
Yeah.
Can I finish? But you don't live on the other side where women are raped.
Come on. The example, okay. The example.
How many women raped here in UK? You don't live, you start killing people because someone will rape me from Gaza, so I have to push them.
No, but
this is what you want to do.
No. But hold on a second.
Women are raped.
We need to stop rape happening.
Listen, I said. What did I say to you 2 seconds ago? What did I say 2 seconds ago?
2 seconds ago.
Ceasefire.
Hang on.
Yeah, stop and come out. I said that.
Okay.
Not tomorrow, today.
Let me see what you've said so far. Stop killing.
He's not listening.
I am listening. Stop killing.
I said,
let the humanitarian aid come in.
I agree with everything.
And so far, we should stop people committing rape and killing. Agreed? That's the next step.
That's it.
Right.
Agreed.
Right.
But that's what's the problem.
So the problem is, it's not happening.
I know, but do I make the rules?
It will never happen.
You have a voice.
But I'm making my voice now.
Good. That's what we are asking
do I make
for.
The rules?
No. That's what we're asking.
We want
people.
You asked me what would you do? I can't do anything, and I said that.
Are you a Palestinian?
No.
Are you a Muslim?
No.
Right. Do you know much about Islam?
No.
Sure.
Yeah, I have. Listen.
Yeah. Right.
Hey.
The principle that we talked about,
hold on
killing innocent people.
Your question. Can you wait a second? You asked me a question. Let me answer.
Good.
Jesus is his God.
Right.
God.
Yeah.
So he believes in God.
Yeah.
He does not believe in godhood of
I can't read it in 3 minutes.
Yeah.
He has doubt.
So from here, look. So from here, what's the next step?
Do you read books?
He's got the Quran.
You have to read.
Do you know what's the next step? No problem.
No, I just got an hour.
He's got one.
Without thinking.
Do you know what's the next step?
What's the next step?
Once you examine and assess this book, the next step would be submitting and surrendering to God.
I don't know. I don't know.
The next step, I'm just giving you the next step. Once you realize the truth in Islam.
But I don't know until I read it.
Okay.
You don't know what you don't know.
Okay.
You don't know,
Fine. So, do you know that there is a God of this universe created? Yes. Can there be more than one of such a being?
No.
Right. So you believe there has to be one God?
That already. 2 hours ago.
Fine. So I'm telling you what you know about Islam already. So you know that we believe in one absolute God, one absolute creator.
So do I.
That's what I'm saying. Okay. So you know already what Islam teaches. There is
so do
one.
I need to read the book then?
To understand the other perspective.
That's a good answer. No, that's a good answer.
To understand what we are like, to understand how.
Do you also accept?
To understand who you are, we're willing to understand who you are. We understand who you are, to respect each other.
Listen, when I see a good answer and I hear a good answer, I tell you it's a good answer.
Exactly. Do you accept that God sends guidance?
I'm here on vacation. For this? No. I don't want to go home. My wife and kids are home.
Do you accept God sends guidance?
Don't put that on video. My wife and kids are home.
Do you accept God sends guidance?
Do I accept? Sorry, what?
God sends guidance through prophets and messengers.
That I don't know.
Okay. How does God communicate with us? Telling us why He created us. How does He do that?
I don't know. I don't think I'm the right person to ask.
Okay. So God tells us He does that.
I'm not understanding God enough, maybe. I don't know.
Okay. So God, our Creator, God tells us, He communicates us. One of the ways He does that by sending prophets and messengers. And when we examine their life, their teaching,
Yeah, but that's what you believe.
I'm telling you the ways God communicates. Now, do you have a problem accepting that?
Yes, because I don't know that.
Okay. How would you know that this is not the communication method?
I don't. It might be.
How would you know?
I wouldn't know.
Okay.
How will you be convinced that
How would I be convinced?
that God can communicate? Yeah.
If someone actually communicated that with me.
Yeah.
If God communicated.
So you're saying...
I don't think I'm close enough for...
Do you expect personal revelation to you from God?
Yeah, why not? It would be nice.
No. And if
You know?
I mean, why do you think you are more worthy of receiving?
That's why I said I'm not.
Right. So why are you expecting it then in the first place?
I'm not expecting it.
No problem. Since you're not expecting it, but it would be nice you say so. But what we're saying is, even if you felt somebody says, look, here is the problem with this kind of approach. This gentleman comes along and says, God has communicated with me and told me about this, and this is what you have to believe, and this is what we have to believe. It will be difficult for you to accept that claim.
I don't think I would accept it.
Yeah, it will be difficult for you to accept, unless that individual provides evidence for such a claim. Right?
Yeah, well, real evidence.
Real evidence, exactly. So this is what we're saying. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he claimed that he received revelation from God, and the revelation he received is what this Quran is, what is presenting, and this is his evidence for his claim. He says this is a book. The book itself says that no one can produce a surah like it. No one can produce a surah like it.
So I can't argue with it. I don't know.
No. What I'm saying is,
I know he's explaining to me.
so he's saying, if you really are doubtful that this is really communication from God, then this is a falsification test that you can carry out to falsify it. You can produce a whole book like it, 10 surahs like it. Surah is like a chapter, 10 surahs like it, or a single surah like the Quran. If you can't do it, then of course...
I still don't have to believe it.
No, we're saying, look...
Until I read it and maybe...
You need to assess, verify and accept.
By myself.
Yes. But what we are saying is, you need to see the evidence for this book that is from God. So when you look at the book itself gives us falsification test as a way of an evidence, then you feel that yes, now I can see that there is substantial evidence for it, the claim it's making. The Quran says, if this book wasn't from God...
I'll see you in 2 weeks after I read it.
Excellent.
And we'll talk again.
Excellent.
Oh, 2-3 weeks. Yeah, 2 weeks.
Yeah. Read it and then we can talk further.
I'm not a big reader, but it's not that long.
Yeah, read. Just ask questions.
Yeah, I can read it.
And for you, just an advice. If you have any issue in life, just start fighting. Look at the digital, for the digital version of this.
I don't like digital.
Book is
Just
fine.
once, read it.
I'm old school.
Yeah. I find it difficult to read from digital books as well. I mean, books, physical paper is very, very...
Just Google it.
Not Google.
Chat GPT.
No.
Chat GPT.
Search
ChatGPT. Do you know what ChatGPT thinks about this book?
I don't.
I've made a video about it. And it says it's not possible for even ChatGPT to produce something like it.
I'm sure it's not.
You can look at the video and Dawah-wise.
Because I went through ChatGPT to give him all the probes to see, okay, fine, can you as a linguistic model produce some, because it's a text, right? Ultimately it's a text, it's a literature. Can you make it something like it with all the conditions and criteria associated with it? It came up with the conclusion that he can't. Yeah, unfortunately that's the reality of speakers corner.
I get it.
Yeah,
I get it now.
Yeah. So this is what we're saying, the Quran.
Where's it all going? Where's it all going? Like, where's all this material going?
Different YouTube channels. Okay, they will be uploaded even today, some of them, and others later. So if you look at this logo, so I have a channel called Dawah. In that channel, we find a lot of our discussions there, and your discussions most likely be on Dawah, as well as some other YouTube channels.
I don't think I'm not interesting. So
No. What it is,
There are lots of videos.
any discussions that we are having, if people can learn from it, then some contribution that we have made. Okay. If I learn something from you and you learn something from me, and people, I learned that there's still hope.
There's hope. Of course, there's hope.
But
I always believe in hope.
I had a discussion earlier on.
I believe in like people are born good.
Earlier on,
And what they're taught is bad. Throughout life. That's what I believe.
I had a discussion earlier on. People watching that video will say, there's no hope. Speaking to you, we have reignited this understanding. There is hope. There is hope in truth and humanity. That humanity is such that we shouldn't discriminate people just because we think they're other. Because they may disagree with you in your understanding of things, but still the core values of what makes us human.
And that's why I said, like, people are born initially good, and then society, family, school, friends, everything corrupts them, and that's how they grow up.
Exactly.
It's very, like, maybe 0.5% are born genetically wrong. Like serial killers.
You have already agreed with Quran.
In the teaching of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he says, إنما بعثت لأتمم مكارم الأخلاق. I have been raised to perfect the nobility of character. So it assumes already people have the character, but he's come to ennoble, to perfect it. So
Already everyone is Muslim by birth.
people are born in this natural disposition to know the truth. Yeah, it's exactly as you said. The environment, the family, the society, the conditioning that makes us to believe and accept something different. So in your natural state of
So how do you change
position, by coming back to the realization, coming back to the remembrance. So reigniting what's already within us,
Reigniting the hope, you're saying.
reigniting the intuitive feeling that we have of virtues, of truth, of love, of compassion, of justice.
You can do that to intelligent people that listen. You can do that to intelligent people that can talk, argue, and reason. Sometimes your reason is not my reason, or your reason. Every reason is different.
Finding common grounds.
Common grounds.
And build on this common grounds. And see where our differences can be removed, eliminated, or minimized.
Then you get the younger generation. I'm not talking like this younger generation. I'm talking like 16, 17, 15. You can't talk to them similar.
That's the generation that we need to work on. With compassion and empathy. We need to understand them, because if we don't understand the children,
you can't work with them, and I can't work with them.
No, we have to
It's
learn.
gotta come from family and friends.
My friend,
And from the older people.
do you have children?
Yeah.
We have to learn how to work with them. Yep. We might think we are good parents already because we know it all. No. We really have to know how to engage with them, because they are all this Generation Z, Millennium, TikTok generation, and so on. How do they connect? They still value family. They still value on the
Or
love.
not let them see all that.
Yeah.
Or not let
But
them see all that.
what-
Like my kids are 3.
But what happens is, they instead of connecting with us, they connect with their peers, with their friends in social media, and you know who
bring them back to
drives?
family.
You know who drives them away from family? Is certain corporations and big organizations which they have.
drives them away from
Yeah, you can say that exactly.
Phones.
Exactly.
And social media.
Yeah. That's why. That's why.
You gotta bring, I think, my
Bring
kids
back-
back to family.
Exactly.
Family cores and beliefs.
Do you know how much importance Islam gives to family? Amazing importance.
Another thing is that God calls towards your eternal family. So that's how when you connect to God,
details of
in this particular setup,
One
that
second,
God has
Sean.
revealed,
Look.
then you are under the universal family. So that's why we call towards Islam. That's
How do you feel when you see people, when we grow up and we become aged and elderly, that children, the same children that we so much took care of them, they send us to old people's home? What's your view on that?
Listen, it depends on the situation of the old people. It depends. Sometimes the children themselves or the grandchildren cannot take care either physically themselves or financially in the home, or they have other kids that they have to take care of or other family members. But I would like my kids, I got 3 kids, I would like my kids, to take care of me in the home I grew up, where they grew up. But it depends, but if I'm completely and it takes a burden on their lives and their kids and their grandkids, then...
But think about this though. But think about this burden on their life. If it wasn't for you and you are bringing them...
I know, but I made a commitment when I brought them to the world, and I took responsibility for my children. That's it.
Yeah. So just like you had responsibility and duty towards them,
Correct.
Islam says they also likewise have a duty and responsibility towards us.
I agree 100%.
So they cannot.
They also have responsibility for their kids.
No, of course. So they cannot simply kick us out and put us into old people's home. That will be unjust,
But that's generalized.
unmerciful.
But that's generalized.
No, I'm saying in principle.
I know, but in principle it's generalized. You can't say from one family
I'm saying
to another situation.
exceptions in which, look, what are the exceptions that they can put us into old people's home? What are those exceptions?
Again, their family situation at the time, my kids' family situation at the time. If
They haven't got time to look after us?
No, if their health is bad. Maybe
That's the physical inability,
No,
okay?
physical inability for them. Maybe,
Yeah.
God forbid, cancer.
Yeah.
Or something, or their kids have some physical inability, that they, I don't want to,
Yeah.
But other than that, they should take care of me and my wife, at home.
Yeah, so this exception
until
goes,
when? But until when?
but this
But until
exception,
when?
this exception is not only for children. This exceptions of inability to look after someone is regardless of who you are. If you have someone in a terminal cancer, you can't look after your father, your mother, your children, your neighbor. You can't look after anyone, because if you're in a situation like that, terminally ill, that's an exception. It's not just specific to children or parents.
You said everybody.
Yeah, but I'm saying when it comes to duties and responsibilities of children and so on, throwing your parents away to old people home, in principle, it's wrong.
I agree.
Yeah, so that's what Islam teaches. So we will find, my friend, what's your name? Rob. I'm Mansur. This is Sarwar. You'll find a lot of the teaching of Islam that you will automatically agree on, because that is something that Islam has already put in your natural disposition. Okay, these virtues that committing injustice is wrong. No one has to teach you that. No one has to come and teach you that doing injustice is wrong.
My parents taught me.
I'm saying
My parents
no one.
taught me that.
Good, but they have reminded you and consolidated you with already what's inbuilt. Even if no one teaches you, let me give you an example. Your 3-year-old, you've given them a gift, a toy that they like so much. Okay, they're playing with it. I go and snatch it. What will be the reaction of your kid?
Depends which one. I have twins.
Okay. Generally speaking,
They won't like it.
they won't like it. They will start crying. Oh, look what's happened. Someone's taken my dad. Help me out. Give me back. Because they feel and sense something is unjust happening.
Unless again, there's
Unless what?
exceptions.
Unless?
There's exceptions.
Unless, tell me. I want
Unless
to
you
know.
explain to them the reason you're doing it.
No, without any reason. Snatching away.
But you said snatching, but why snatching?
Taking away.
Yeah, but
Forcefully.
you're not-
Taking away.
I know, but you're not a
And saying
maniac.
it's mine.
But you're not a maniac.
No, if
Why
I did
would you
that.
do that?
No, if I did that, it's mine now. How would
Did
they
that?
feel?
As a parent or as a stranger?
No. Me, an individual.
Come to my kids?
Yeah.
And take it away from you then?
And your children,
Forcefully.
how would they? Yeah.
Forcefully?
Forcefully, and they think, and they would. How would they react?
No, but I can't say it on camera.
Okay. Let's not take your kids. Someone else's kid, right?
Yes.
How do we see in reality they react? They react with, no, you can't take it, it's mine. They sense this injustice. So I'm saying, these little children, they may not have been told what is just and what is unjust, but it's already there inherently in there. So what I'm saying is, I'm just trying to,
Unless you explain to them, and there's a good reason for why you did it. Or why the stranger did it.
without teaching them what's just and not just, you can expect this reaction. So this is just demonstrating there are things inbuilt within us already
That's in the
from
DNA.
God. Yeah, whatever you want to say, from God, our Creator, so that at least we can't make an excuse. I didn't know what justice was. Or I didn't know who God was, what God was, our Creator was. Even this belief in the existence of God is already inbuilt, but people try to cover it up. They try to cover it up, saying, no, we didn't have a creator. We don't have a creator. It's evolution. It's Richard Dawkins. It's this and that. There's always this covering up. Okay, so I don't think you will find a lot of disagreements when it comes to these existential questions, this reality about Islam. And when you go probe deep and deep, inshallah, you will see that the Quran brings to you this concept of justice as an essential and important aspect of human belief and interactions. Justice. And that's why when we started talking about injustices happening from any side in Gaza, whether the Muslims doing it or the non-Muslims doing it, injustice is injustice. We have to say wrong is a wrong. The moment you make a wrong right, that's when the problem starts. Yeah,
I agree.
And the moment,
an hour ago we agreed on
that. And the moment,
we're agreeing to agree. We're not agreeing to disagree.
That's what I'm saying. We are agreeing because we have
built-in morals.
Yes, we have all these common grounds because this is where the truth lies. This is where the truth is.
So how do you differentiate? You brought up Gaza again. You open the door again. Like a lawyer, you open the door.
Yeah.
We talked about kids and everything, but how would you, kind of like put everybody in the same basket as Jews? Now everybody's doing it against Jews in the world, not only against like Israelis and Zionists but everybody, against all Jews. You see his attacks, like people are attacking him, like the kids. And how do you put everybody in the same basket? Like you asked me, how do you put everybody in the same basket? You know what I mean?
So we can never generalize everyone.
So we all agree.
So what we are saying is, look, this is how we build up our common ground understanding. Before 200 years ago, in Palestine, did we see this kind of problems happening? Or did we see Muslims living with Jews and the Christians in Jerusalem itself in a way that is what? Mutually
No, I agree.
in harmony.
I agree with you. I'm not disagreeing with you.
Yeah, so this happened. So we are not.
You personally, don't generalize. You personally, I'm talking about you personally.
So
You asked me personal questions. I'm
So
asking you
Rob,
personal
what we're saying is, we are not bringing a solution.
Me.
Fine. I am not putting forward a solution or a suggestion of a solution which is totally radical. I am saying this solution existed at one point, and there wasn't a problem with this solution.
But now, I'm talking about now.
I am bringing this for a reason.
Okay.
If how it was working then, people lived interacting with themselves, Muslims there, Christians there, Jewish people there, no problem. When did the problem happen and why happened? We know why. Because when the
Again, we.
let me just make it me, right?
Okay, me.
When I realized,
I'm speaking to you. I'm not.
when I realized, Rob, when I realized the power balance went from the Muslims to the Israelis, the problem started. When the power was at the hands of the Muslims, they ensured the security, the sanctity, the dignity, the value of life for everyone there. That's how we know from history.
Okay.
That's how we know. This is how it worked. The moment the power shifted from the Muslims to the Israelis, to the Jewish people, that's where Israelis.
No, but see, you generalized. You said it. It's on camera, like you told me before.
What I'm saying,
it's on camera.
when I say Israelis, it's a generalization, right? I'm not generalizing.
No, again.
Israelis, are you happy? All right. When the power shifted, that's when we see all these problems happening. It's clearly an observation.
Okay.
So if you want after solutions, the ultimate solutions is not two-state, three-state, and all the solutions.
So what's the
ultimate solution is how it was. So if we can go back to how it's supposed to have been.
You personally,
Me.
forget about we, everybody.
Yeah, I sometimes speak me as a we.
I get it.
Me as a we. That's what I'm saying. It's still me.
You think it's possible?
Yeah. I'm hopeful.
So you see hope like me?
I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful. Because this is where I think justice can be done. Justice. Ultimately, justice has to be implemented.
No, I agree.
Even if it goes against me and my wishes, I have to speak and be a witness, truthful witness. I have to testify to the truth. That's in the Quran. The Quran tells us, be a firm witness, even if it's against you, against your relative, against your kith and kin. Even if it goes against your own self.
Even against the non-Muslim.
Our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, it's recorded in the hadith literature, even if Fatima, his daughter, radiallahu anha, if she were to steal, she should face the penalty, the punishment, which is cutting off the hands. She should not be spared. So the ideas of favoritism, nepotism, and all these ideas like, oh, I am the prince and I am the son of the king and so on.
That happens in every Muslim country.
No,
almost,
no.
Like,
That's,
there's no favoritism.
No, they're not implementing Islam.
No, I know, I get that. That's what I said.
We are showing, that's what I'm saying. We want our Muslims, brothers and sisters, to know if you're in these countries, what's happening is not correct. It's not Islamic.
Everywhere then? So what do you, again, you, not we, what do you believe?
What I'm saying,
Forget about Israel, forget about Middle East. Do you believe the whole world?
I am a Muslim.
I know, but
So I'm trying to say what Islam is saying, rather than my personal belief needs to be molded according to Islam.
No, but the whole
If
world,
I don't follow
no, but the whole world.
the whole world will see justice if they follow Islam.
So the whole world.
Yeah, the whole world.
There should be no freedom for anybody.
Because when people come, look, if Islam is implemented globally, for example, if it's globally, non-Muslims who don't want to become Islam, they will have their rights. And their right will be protected. No one can put a finger on them because that's how severe their punishment will be. To violate the rights of a non-Muslim citizen. That's how it's always been. They are called protected citizens. So Islam ensures a system in which justice can be.
Okay, so which Islam do you believe? But hold on, let me finish. Not Sunni or Shia. I'm asking, which Islam do you believe? The
Islam of the Quran.
No, I get it.
Islam of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
Okay, fine. I get it. But Islam they follow now in, let's say, Dubai.
Okay. It's easy to differentiate.
Or in Saudi or in Qatar.
It's easier to differentiate.
No, of course it is. That's why I'm asking.
Whichever version's been implemented, if it goes against the Quran and the teaching of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, that's not the version to follow. You can easily see that.
So the book.
You have
That's
source.
it.
Yeah, the source.
So the source,
You don't
that's it.
follow the people, you follow the source.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Pleasure speaking to you, Rob.
Thank you.
Okay, we hope to speak to you again
in 2 weeks after I read
in
it.
2 weeks and see where you are. You know, because one thing for sure, if you ask sincerely for guidance, God will guide you, and you are a sincere person. Okay? All the best. You take care. آخر دعوانا الحمد لله رب العالمين.